The Boeing 737 MAX crisis stands as one of the most significant cautionary tales in modern project management. What began as a strategic initiative to maintain market dominance in the narrow-body aircraft segment ultimately became a global scandal, resulting in the loss of hundreds of lives, the grounding of an entire fleet, and billions of dollars in financial and reputational damage. At the heart of this tragedy lies a series of project management failures that underscore the critical importance of ethics, communication, risk management, and organizational culture in complex engineering projects. The 737 MAX program was launched as Boeing's response to a competing aircraft that was rapidly gaining traction among airlines. Boeing's goal was to deliver a competitive aircraft quickly and cost-effectively by modifying the existing 737 platform rather than designing a new model from scratch. This decision, while seemingly pragmatic, introduced a host of technical and managerial challenges that would later prove catastrophic. One of the most critical issues was the development and integration of a software feature designed to compensate for aerodynamic changes caused by the aircraft's larger engines. This system was not adequately disclosed to pilots, and its behavior under certain conditions was not fully understood or tested. The lack of transparency and insufficient training contributed directly to 2 fatal crashes. From a project management perspective, the Boeing 737 MAX crisis reveals several fundamental breakdowns. First and foremost was the failure in stakeholder communication. Engineers, management, and regulatory bodies were not aligned in their understanding of the system's risks and operational implications. Critical information was not shared openly, and internal concerns raised by engineers were reportedly downplayed or ignored. This lack of open dialogue created a dangerous disconnect between those designing the system and those responsible for approving and operating it. Risk management was another area where Boeing fell short. The company prioritized speed to market and cost containment over thorough risk assessment and mitigation. A key safety component was not subjected to the level of scrutiny typically expected in aviation projects. A robust risk management framework would have identified the potential for system failure and mandated more rigorous testing and pilot training. Instead, the risks were underestimated, and the consequences were devastating. Quality assurance processes, once a hallmark of Boeing's engineering excellence, were compromised during the aircraft's development. Internal pressures to meet deadlines and financial targets led to lapses in testing and documentation. The culture of safety that had long defined Boeing's operations appeared to erode under the weight of commercial pressures. This shift in priorities undermined the integrity of the project and exposed systemic weaknesses in oversight and accountability. Ethical leadership and corporate culture also played a pivotal role in the crisis. Boeing's internal environment reportedly discouraged dissent and rewarded compliance with aggressive timelines. Employees who raised concerns about safety or quality were often sidelined, creating a culture of silence rather than transparency. Ethical leadership requires the courage to prioritize safety and integrity over short-term gains, a principle that was notably absent in this case. The Boeing 737 MAX crisis also highlights the importance of cross-functional collaboration. In large-scale engineering projects, success depends on the seamless integration of expertise from various domains: engineering, safety, regulatory compliance, and customer relations. In Boeing's case, silos between departments and a lack of cohesive teamwork contributed to misaligned objectives and missed warning signs. A more collaborative approach could have fostered better problem-solving and earlier identification of critical issues. In the aftermath of the crisis, Boeing faced intense scrutiny from regulators, lawmakers, and the public. The company's leadership underwent significant changes, and it committed to overhauling its safety practices and corporate governance. The financial impact was staggering, with the total cost of the crisis reaching tens of billions of dollars. Despite the damage, the Boeing 737 MAX case offers valuable lessons for project managers across industries. First, it reinforces the necessity of transparent and consistent stakeholder communication. All parties involved in a project must have access to accurate, timely information, and concerns must be addressed openly. Second, it underscores the importance of proactive risk management. Identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks should be an ongoing process, not a one-time checklist. Third, the crisis illustrates the need for a strong quality assurance culture. Rigorous testing, documentation, and review processes are essential, especially in safety-critical industries. Fourth, it highlights the role of ethical leadership in shaping project outcomes. Leaders must foster an environment where safety and integrity are non-negotiable, and where employees feel empowered to speak up. Finally, the Boeing case demonstrates the value of cross-functional collaboration. Complex projects require input from diverse stakeholders, and success depends on the ability to integrate these perspectives into a cohesive strategy. Project managers must act as facilitators, ensuring that all voices are heard and that decisions are made with a holistic understanding of the project's goals and risks. In conclusion, the Boeing 737 MAX crisis is a sobering reminder of what can go wrong when project management principles are compromised. It serves as a powerful case study in the consequences of prioritizing speed and profit over safety and transparency. For project managers, it is both a warning and a call to action, to uphold the highest standards of communication, ethics, and risk management, and to lead with integrity in the face of pressure. Only by learning from such failures can organizations build a culture of accountability and resilience that ensures long-term success.